Shabbat Shalom and greetings to you all. Did you light a candle for Yom HaShoah, Holocaust Memorial Day? Light a candle now. Honor the souls and spirits of the martyrs of the 20th century, the freedom fighters who stood up to fear, who are fast disappearing from life, and sadly, in many ways, from history. And if that happens, what could never happen again, happens again. Go and light a candle. The light not only goes to elevate the souls of those you think of, but it keeps fear at bay for you. For light fights fear. Now, the holiday of freedom from fear, it's technically over. But there's a condition associated with fear. It's atelophobia, which is the fear of not being good enough, or the fear of imperfection. And this means that an atelophobic has the fear that whatever they're doing is wrong in some way. We all know people like that. You may have a touch of it yourself. Have you freed yourself from fear? Now, next week is two other kinds of holidays, not Jewish, but in our never-ending search for holidays, we make new ones, or we appropriate other cultures. We have Star Wars Day coming up, when on May the 4th, everyone says, May the 4th be with you. You know, it was clever once for about an eighth of a second. But it's a big deal every year. And the following day is an appropriated holiday, Cinco de Mayo, the 5th of May, which represents a battle in which Mexico defeated the French at the Battle of Puebla in 1862. Now, it was not a defining moment, especially since the French actually crushed Mexico in the Second Battle of Puebla and occupied Mexico City. But it represents the victory of the smaller over the greater, which is very reminiscent of the Hanukkah celebration, where the Maccabees represented the smaller defeating the greater. Let us always celebrate the victory of the downtrodden. And then there's another holiday. And like other Jewish holidays, it's a rotating one on the calendar because it goes purely by the Hebrew calendar. So coming up next week will be Yom HaZikaron, Israel's Memorial Day, otherwise known as Memorial Day for the fallen soldiers of Israel and victims of terrorism. It's important to recognize the role, the cost, the faith these great heroes exhibited. It's immediately followed, about 5 minutes after sundown, by Yom HaAtzmaut, Israel Independence Day. The official celebration takes place on Mount Herzl, and I've been on the mountain where the event takes place, and it is truly a special moment. And this year, it happens to occur on Star Wars Day, May the 4th. I also know many of you are busily counting as you continue your Omer count, and know that Shavuot, one of the three gathering festivals, it's coming up. It's about a month away, when the great Epiphany took place, and God revealed the Ten Commandments to the multitude standing there. The only revelation to a nation all at once, but revealed to each person en masse. Every other religious or spiritual epiphany was to a single individual alone. So that's all coming up. And of course, you know, the parsha we're going to read today, I always think of this parsha as being Noah's wedding parsha. And it's coming up as we approach Brett's and Snoopy's birthdays. And I'm sure they will celebrate as we celebrate key people in our lives. Happy anniversary, happy birthday, weddings, birthdays, anniversaries, all occasions that bring people together. Like when we come together to celebrate as a community, a collective consciousness of seekers showing faith, any and all faith, love, any and all love. It is a true chavura. It is a fellowship expressing our nature of kindness, compassion, thoughts, feelings, hopes, dreams, and wishes that unite us all in this community house of spirit, Beth Ruach, sharing, bringing light, keeping fear at bay. Even though together we are always individual in our approach, each connecting in his or her or their own way. So once again, please do go ahead. Invite everybody you know, physically, digitally, psychically, emotionally, spiritually, any way you want, to gather and share from Psalm 133, the Hine Tov. Come together. Hine. Hine Matov Umenai Shebetachim Gam Yav. How good and how pleasant it is for brothers and systems together. Community. 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 Together. We support each other in this community, my friends, so let's all spread love, goodwill, and fellowship to the world. Remember, this is you're just setting aside a little bit of sacred time in your own sacred space to honor and converse with whoever, whatever you happen to believe in, because we all believe in something. It's a part of your kavanah, your intention that you put out to the universe. It's your goodwill. Goodwill and intention are the roots of what you control, of what you can correct. Your intention sets in motion everything that occurs in your lives, my friends. Let's take some time now. Let's use that intention. Let's send some of that goodwill, some light, some healing out to whoever you know that needs it. Healing and renewal for everybody. It just floats through space, finding those in need. So send it out for those you know, for the souls and spirits, for everyone you love. Think of whoever that needs healing and renewal and love or just plain goodwill. Focus on them. Call their names. It's not just for people. It's for our pets. It is for the earth. It is the healing of the world. The tikkun olam. It's part of our spiritual genetic makeup. We have to help heal the world. It's not something we can complete. It is an ongoing task to be dealt with in this lifetime. It is for every lifetime. We must each do our part. We must each do what we can to improve and change our own little corner of the world. As we change ourselves, we change our conditions. Part of that healing of the world is when we send thoughts and energy for health and renewal and goodwill for everybody. They don't have to be sick. It's for those in our hearts and our minds. Let's all send energy out for the people in need everywhere. Special thoughts and prayers for Lisa and Anna, for Doria, William and Mary, for Alana, Yosef, for Kay, Aurelia, Dave, Shoshi, for the fairy godmothers in our lives, and for all those suffering, for all their sacred animal friends everywhere, for everybody you know in need, for the whole world, my friends, and for the dear sweet bee. It is the kindness, the healing wishes, the goodwill and love we all send out. It just circles the world finding those in need. So thank you, each of you, for all you do, for all you care, because the world's a world of spirit, and spirit, my friends, never dies. Me, Shabbat, have obtained Makor HaBracha, Limotain, may the source of strength bless the ones before us. Help us find the courage. Make our lives a blessing. The renewal of body. The renewal of spirit. Let us say, Amen. Misha Baruch. Let us all have our spirits renewed. This is the great prayer for healing, which we call upon God to heal as is healed before. Misha Baruch, may he who blessed, because all healing's a blessing. So let's all send and receive healing and renewal energy in our efforts to love, to share, to care, to grow. This week we return to the Torah. We read Acharei Mot, after the death. It's normally read as another two-part parsha with next week's Kedoshim, holy. But this year, it's read alone. So we normally have after the death, holiness. Now that's a great comment on our beatifying those, often undeserving, simply because they've passed. We're not reading them together, so I'm not going to go down that road this year. But it serves as a warning, my friends. Do not wait for the death of someone to express yourself to them. People need to know while alive. So tell those you love that you love them. Tell those that have meaning that they have meaning. So we pick up this week right after the death of Aaron's sons, hence after the death. You know, there was no minyan when Aaron's sons died. Of course, there were no formal prayers as we know them. We honor the dead with prayers, as we did at the end of Passover. Our prayers, like the Kaddish, are glorifications and sanctifications of God and of the soul of the deceased. You can still honor them. Do not let the current changes in circumstances keep you from praying for someone. I know I'm in the minority, but I believe that the intention is much more important than the dogma or the rule of having 10 men. I count women in a minyan, and today I count no one because I count intention. You can still observe as you would otherwise have observed. Take the time to light a candle. Say a prayer for your family, for your loved ones, for any you know who have died. You don't need to be in a group. You could do this yourself. They'll be just as elevated with prayerful intent coming from you as coming from a group. For the last couple of months, your hidden opportunity was to reflect on you, your life, your goals, your fears, your family, your wants, your needs. We entered the month with the ability to define the year we want to have, and then to face the fears of life. We've been given an opportunity to do a bit of a pre-review of ourselves, the kind we do during the 10 days of awe, exactly half a year away. So this is like the mid-year reset. And I'm sure you all discovered things about yourselves, your families, your relationships. You may have found what the Talmud talks of. That is, the surest path to a peaceful home and soul is through kindness. And almost a greater lesson is learning that the second most important characteristic needed to achieve peace, indeed to benefit any personal relationship, is to actually become quite proficient in the art of silence. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the scent of silence. Now, it's why we have meditation, why we practice mindfulness. The Talmud, the Psalms, they encourage silence. We have to watch our words. Words and speech hurt. We spend much of the day of atonement trying to make up for what we said when we did not hit the pause button and take the time to think before speaking. And lo and behold, this parsha immediately gets into something we're also familiar with. Leviticus 16:7. And you shall take the 2 goats and stand them in front of the Lord at the entrance of the tent of meeting. And Aaron shall cast lots on the 2 goats, one lot for the Lord, one lot for Azazel. Azazel. It's a word that occurs only in this chapter, nowhere else in the Tanakh. There have been many attempts to explain it, the common view being that it refers to some sort of desert demon, but the simple fact is we do not know who or what it is. Okay? And he shall make atonement over the holy from the impurities of the children of Israel, from their offenses, for all their sins, and he shall do so for the tent of meeting that tents with them among their impurities. And the goat will carry all their crimes on it to an inaccessible land, and he shall let the goat go in the wilderness. This is the Yom Kippur ritual, the Day of Atonement. We have never seen it performed. It ceased when the temple ceased. Now, I imagine it like letting balloons go with negativity attached. There's a sense of freedom that one gets. He cast 2 lots. One lot for the Lord, one lot for Azazel. And friends, no one knows who this is, but freedom comes from it. And our belief and faith is strengthened. And that's why people love to, let a balloon go with all the negativity, start a fire and burn a list of the things that give them negativity. In the time of my confession, in the hour of my deepest need, when the pool of tears beneath my feet flood every newborn seed, there's a dying voice within me, reaching out somewhere, toiling in the danger and in the morals of despair. Don't have the inclination, look back on any mistake. Like Cain, I now behold this chain of events that I must break. In the fury of the moment, I can see master's hand. In every leaf that trembles, and in every grain of sand. Now Aaron atones for himself and for his household and for the whole assembly of Israel. And in doing this cleanse, he provides a new blank canvas to imprint life upon for everybody. Now, later Jewish tradition would actually transform this ritual for the purgation of a physical miasma, pollution, into a process of spiritual repentance and atonement that has become the holiest day of the year. Yes, my friends, the world is sacred. So is everything in it. Express your gratitude. Light a candle, make a wish. Celebrate your life and the lives of those you love. Share your feelings with them. Live free, be free, honor your freedom, be well, be happy, be blessed. Share and honor the light and all who live in the light and continue to shine. Continue to send everybody you know goodwill and love. Pray for peace and freedom for everyone. And end to terror and hatred. Remember, friends, we're our community. We learn together. We celebrate each other. We love each other. We share this ride together, men and women equally. So let's all send out love, not fear. Send out peace, harmony, goodwill, and healing to all who need it. Please do learn to forgive and learn to love, including yourself. Open your hearts. Honor the relationships of your life. Tell those you love that you love them. Take advantage of the time you have and enjoy the journey, because we take the twists and turns and the patterns that weave through the fabric of our lives in our efforts to grow, to learn, to be, to love. So please do love. Now, bless you all. Have a fantastic week. Week of love and light, a week of peace, a week of miracles. Examine your intentions. Use them to imprint your will on the universe, because we set in motion everything that happens in our lives. Our intention, our kavana, our cause, our effect, it's all linked. Now, as I've said before, you always have time to forgive and to be forgiven. You have the knowledge of what's good and bad, so acknowledge what you've done wrong to yourself, to God, and to any person you've wronged. Ask forgiveness. But do so with sincerity, accountability, vulnerability. Forgive those you've hurt as you learn to be forgiving and compassionate, because the secret of forgiveness, compassion, and peace is in acceptance. Can you accept yourself, other people, in the world just as they are? Can you accept life as it is without trying to control it? If you do, you can experience the peace that acceptance brings. So do not stop your journey. Do not stop moving towards your promised land. It is your home. Keep on dreaming. Keep on being. Keep sharing. Keep shining. Keep teaching. Keep spreading joy and goodwill. Do not follow fear. Follow love. It's always in front of you. And remember to have faith. Just as I have faith in the principle of love and of all of you. Act with purity of heart and mind. Despise none. Defraud none. Hate none. Cherish all. Honor every child of God, every creature of the earth. May all people know peace in this year. May you nurture kindness and love everywhere you go. Work to be present in the body. Expand the heart, quiet the mind, because the deepest source of real power lies in consciousness and your ability to be mindful, to be aware, to be present in all of life's circumstances. Make the most of your time in this life. Continue to touch and transform the lives around you, because you're never alone. You're forever blessed and have the ability to bring blessings to everyone you meet. Health, love, and renewal to everybody you come across. We're all energy. Energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be transformed. Your words, my friends, are your power to transform, to love, to bless. So be generous. As you bless others, you bless yourself. Love with the heart, because we're all part of a greater world. Embrace love, not fear. Forgiveness, not anger. Be there for someone, because someone will always be there for you, whether you know it or not. Continue to explore faith and belief, and never accept shame as a natural state. Whatever you feel, others have felt. Whatever you've experienced, others have too. We share together. We learn together. We help each other, because we are each of us trying to find love and acceptance and support. We all have or could have a special someone in our lives. So find them. Tell them what they mean. And remember, you're never alone on your journey to your promised land. So keep forgiving those you need to forgive. Keep asking forgiveness from those you need to ask forgiveness of. And remember to think before you speak. Your words can empower you. Your words can free you. They say every man needs protection. They say every man must fall. Yet I swear I see my reflection somewhere so high above this wall. I see my light come shining from the west down to the east. Any day now, any day now, I shall be released. You know, my friends, put some faith in God, and you find you may just be released. So enjoy the week. Continue to imprint your will on the universe. You need to have the vision of where you want to go. Remember, everyone's entitled to be free. So thank you for joining me. Have a great week. Please keep exercising forgiveness. Be thankful, be gracious, be kind, be loving. Believe in yourself and in love. Continue to spread a little goodwill to the world, and never forget, you are the miracle in someone else's life. Shabbat shalom and blessings to you all. Take care. Bye.